Hi, so in this video what we're going to be doing is going through some lower back stability exercises. The first one we're going to do is a side plank. So we're going to go through regressions and progressions. So if you're finding some of these exercises too hard, you can do the easier versions and build yourself up to the more challenging versions. Okay, so to do a side plank, what you do is come onto your forearm, okay, and then you're going to bend your, so the basic version of a side plank, you're going to come up onto your knees and you're looking to create a nice straight line all the way from the knees up to the neck, and keep your chest nice and open. So the shoulders should be stacked on top of each other as well as the hips, so you don't want the pelvis rotating forwards, you don't want your shoulder dropping backwards. Okay, so this is a stability exercise. You still want to be able to breathe, you still want to be able to talk, so yes, you're working the muscles, but you're trying to build endurance. You're not trying to sort of brace and hold your breath. Yeah. So as you kind of progress this exercise, you'll be able to do it for longer. So I'd certainly be aiming to do this for a minute, okay? And the symmetry on each side is also really important. So if you can only do 10 seconds on one side and you can do a minute on the other side, you know you've got to train the side that can only do 10 seconds. So if you want to progress the exercise, what you do is you do the same thing, but this time you come onto using your feet. So it's the same idea, but now we've got a lot more work going through the obliques here. Okay, again we want sort of shoulders stacked, pelvis stacked. Okay, again building up that endurance in the abdominals and building up the strength as well. Okay, so the second exercise we're going to be looking at is called a dead bug. So this particularly works the abdominal muscles at the front. So the basic dead bug is done with you holding your hips at 90 degrees and your knees at 90 degrees, and you might find that this is plenty enough. So the idea again is so you're able to breathe whilst you're holding this position. So what I'd like you to do is build up the endurance and the stamina to be able to hold this position for 120 breaths. So you don't have to do all 120 breaths in one go, but you might find you might want to do 10 breaths to this and then come back to it several times in the day. If you want to progress this and make it more challenging, the next step is to extend the leg. So you'd extend the leg, holding again, making sure that things are nice and stable, and then bringing it back up, and you alternate the legs. And again, that breathing is really important. So this is not an exercise in how long you can hold your breath, but an exercise in stabilizing between the pelvis and the thorax. Okay, to take it a step further into its third stage, you can bring in opposite arms. So as the right arm comes down, the left arm also comes down. So you're bringing up the arms, and the right leg goes down with the left arm, coming back up, and the right arm goes down with the left leg. Okay, so those are your progressions of dead bugs. So in our next exercise, we're going to look at the bird dog. So the bird dog particularly concentrates on rotation of the lower back. So the bird dog starts on all fours, okay? So the basic version is just bringing the leg out. So you're going to bring the leg out and you're going to keep a straight line from your leg all the way up to the neck. Okay, and then you can alternate the legs again. So what we're looking for is good stability, and we want our exercises to be challenging. So you want to be, if you're finding that by the end of your number of reps, so I'd suggest 15 reps on each side. If you're finding that it's too easy, then I'd progress the exercise. To progress the exercise, you bring in the opposite arms. So you'll suddenly find that the exercise becomes a lot less stable. So if I bring out this right leg and this left arm, you can sort of see there's a lot less stability. So we're trying to control that stability. So you can alternate each time, or you could do your 15. And then once you've done your 15 on one side, you could then swap over to the other side. Again, the idea, as you can sort of see, is to keep the thorax stable whilst the hip and the shoulders move.